Tunes.
All right. Well, today, what episode are we? 6?
7.
This is our 7th episode. All right, we're on episode 7 here of the One Bourbon, One Cigar Small Business Podcast. Today we are welcoming Globe and Anchor. What's the rest of it? Industries.
Yeah.
We'll let you explain what you guys do. I'm not going to explain it. I'm here to help you tell your story. Brian and I, this is Brian and Mark. Brian and I already got started with a little Clase Azul to get warmed up, so we're ready to go. For those that haven't watched this before, this podcast is all about small businesses. It's about highlighting small businesses, letting these guys and other business owners tell their story. You get to know them personally, why they're in business, why they're passionate about business, and we have some fun. We review a bourbon, which we are going to do throughout this. We review a cigar, tell some jokes, tell some laughs, basically just have a good time. So without further ado, we'll get started here. Brian, Mark, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey,
How you
what's
doing?
up? It's good to be
I
here.
hope I'm not. I know you guys are really busy, so I'm very grateful that you guys made time to come in and jabbermouth with me. And we'll said I want people to get to know you guys. You guys are hard workers. You're good guys. I want people to hear your story, and you tell the story you want told, and we'll have a good time. So, we're gonna light these cigars. Oh, which one are you smoking today?
I've got the Warfighter 556.
Okay, 5.56. That's similar to a AR round, right?
Yeah.
Or that is a round.
Yeah.
5.56 NATO. Is it the 5.56 NATO?
Doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Okay, shoot.
Just generic.
Oh, okay. What are you smoking, Mark?
The Brickhouse Maduro.
Ooh, not smoked that one before.
I haven't either. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
Who do we got here? He's already back here dancing.
I brought
Jeez.
these from my buddy Mark.
Oh.
Okay.
Good chocolate.
I know you don't drink this stuff anymore.
That's fair.
Yes. Yes.
Chocolate milk. Do the chocolate milk with your cigar.
Okay.
Blow your mind.
Ooh,
Fair.
that's true. Well, if you don't want the chocolate milk, I'll take you up on it.
The chocolate milk will blow your mind.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Which one are you doing there? That's the 556 Connecticut.
Yes.
It's not the NATO? 5.56 NATO?
No. Warfighter calls it the Connecticut.
I know.
It's Connecticut.
They didn't ask me to name the cigars, for good reason.
Well, they heard about your college level.
Yeah. Well, I got a new degree here at Creekside, though.
We're
Okay, will you
working
help
on
me
it.
pronounce this one, actually, Dwayne? Since you are the, we'll
You
get
do it first.
yeah, okay. So
You do it first.
I'm
and I'll
smoking
see.
the Hoya. I would imagine the J is silent. De Nicaragua Cabineta. This is from.
Man, he's learned.
Did I do this?
Yeah, then.
Well, we'll get into this a little further when you come on
Learning
back and
has
do a-
occurred.
Dwayne will be doing a cigar review with us and just overall just hanging out with us for a while here in a little bit.
He's been getting his education.
That's right. I've got I get my higher education here at
I gotta
Creekside.
get my copy.
Have you heard that? Are you guys polka fans at all? You guys listen to polka?
I mean,
Have you heard the
I
polka
dabble.
song, I Got My Education Out Behind the Barn?
no.
No, some days that's where I get my education.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's a metaphor.
Hopefully,
Like Creekside.
hopefully she wasn't stump trained.
That's I stepped on his joke again there. I was already talking, so I didn't hear it. So I'll wait for him to tell it to me. But anyhow, okay, let's light these cigars. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, do you have a special lighter today, Brian?
I do. So I brought an implement that I
An
use
implement, okay.
on a daily basis.
Yeah.
To install the vehicle wraps that we.
Oh, I bet to shrink them probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To shrink and stretch and all the fun stuff. A little bit of warmth. Doesn't
Okay.
hurt, but I'm gonna light my cigar with it.
All right.
Hopefully not burn the entire thing.
Yeah, don't waste your cigar. Hey, we're gonna need another cigar.
At least we
Try this at home.
At least we can go buy more.
Well, that's actually pretty effective.
JT, don't try this at home.
Yeah,
kid.
exactly. Don't try this at home. Exactly. Well, this isn't for kids. I think you need some more fire to that thing. Well, while we're lighting it,
We're professional idiots. Don't
yes,
try
that's
this
right.
at
We
home.
are professional idiots.
Did you say professional idiots?
Yes.
That's such a thing, Rex.
No. Can I tell you why that's bad to do?
What's that?
Especially with the Connecticut wrapper, you actually will char it, and it makes it too charcoaly.
So I better
So
not
it
do
takes
that.
a
with
while
this.
to actually get going to.
Hey, Captain Buzzkill here. We're trying to have fun with this cool lighter.
Burn the hell out of it. I'll be back.
All right, we can't wait to have you back.
Let me tell you a joke.
Well, I guess it's your back here. You might as well tell us one.
I'll tell you a good joke real quick.
Okay, get us moved up here.
So, Sylvester Stallone was gonna put out a new movie, right?
That looks like the Expendables right
And
there.
he was, he said it's gonna be on old composers.
Maybe
So-
don't give JT the.
He said he was gonna be Beethoven, and
Okay.
Jean-Claude Van Damme said he was gonna be Mozart. So Schwarzenegger said, "I'll be Bach."
Brilliant. That's the kind of humor we get here from
That tracks.
our resident joke teller, Dwayne. He's got all the good ones. Thanks, buddy. All right. Well, we're gonna get started on this too. We'll do it. Oh yeah, let me light that. You got your glass there, Brian? Now, Mark, you do not drink anymore, which is
That's right. Yes, it's for my safety and the safety of those around me.
okay. So you're drinking chocolate milk, so you can
Yes.
Nesquik. You can give us a quick review throughout the podcast on that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's,
Chocolatey?
chocolatey.
All right. Brian and I today are going to be drinking some Long Branch. This is from the Wild Turkey Distillery. They actually partnered with a local Texas guy. Do you happen to know who that may be? Do you know much about this?
I don't.
Think of a famous Texas guy. I'll give you his line and you'll know right away who it is. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint right here. All right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty good buds with him, so I call him Matt McConaughey.
Okay.
But yes, Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, he partnered with him.
All right.
So he sent them, or they toast this with mesquite. You know, everything's usually oak. So anyhow, oh, there's your glass.
Got it right.
You tell me, how much you want. You want a Russo pour?
Sure.
You know what? No, you don't want. That
No.
means you want filled to the
Oh,
top.
no, I don't.
It's a Monday. We probably better not
Yeah, just-
get after it that bad. Just do a little bit there.
The bell's fine.
And
See, that's how I drink every day, which is why I don't drink.
And we can have more if you want later. It's okay. I don't know if you guys are going back to work after this. You probably have to, as busy as you guys are. But we'll be smoking this Long Branch. So anyway, well, since we're at it, we'll get right into it. Ooh, what's the nose on that chocolate milk like? Is it spoiled?
Smells bovine.
It's bovine. It's bovine. Little bovine, all right. Not much barnyard in it.
Don't hurt yourself there, JT.
Fire!
Somebody get
I'm a
me
little
fire.
sketched out with this. I will admit. I don't know if I should have this much fire, but Rex, do you want that by your microphone? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yes, by the way, Rex, the one you hear off camera, he will be piping in. He is the executive producer, the man with all the technical skills. He's pretty funny too. We call him Hollywood. So he's our resident Hollywood movie aficionado. Wow, that needs more fire. Wow, that does char. You know what? That's a lot of fire. I don't know. Maybe
It's not overkill.
It does look cool.
It's
looking.
just the right amount of kill.
That's right. That's right.
Rah.
Okay. Well, how about this? We got two of you here. Why? Usually I interview one business owner.
Yeah, that's
Explain to
fair.
me why I'm interviewing two business owners, partners. Maybe you give us a little history here, a little story about you guys.
Well, I mean, we kind of provide like a dichotomy, right? We balance each other out. And Brian is very skilled at vehicle wraps and things of that nature, and I am much more the
How about this?
extrovert.
How did you guys meet?
Okay.
How did you become partners? Why did you become partners? And then we'll get into
Okay.
the business. Why you
That's
guys are peanut butter and jelly when it comes to
Okay.
business. But what's your guys' story? That's what, like, how did you guys meet? I mean, we see some ideas here for the
Right.
for the non-layman or for the non
Right.
corpsman. Maybe I guess I jumped on your touchdown call there. Anyway, tell us a little about yourselves and how you met.
All right. So, my wife and Mark were friends back in high school. We were all in the junior ROTC program at Midway High School in Hewitt, Texas.
Okay.
And I graduated the year before Mark came onto the program.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also knew his younger brother.
Yeah. Through the same program.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
That's junior ROTC.
Yes.
Gotcha.
and it was a Marine Corps ROTC, so it turns out a lot of Marines out of Central Texas.
Okay.
Just by the nature of it being brainwashy, probably.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good recruiting tool.
All right. Well.
Yeah, for sure.
But we both decided to join the Marines after. When we both got out of the Marines, I decided to get involved with the nonprofit that we're actually going to be donating to,
Which we will allude to here in shortly. Yes.
called Irreverent Warriors. And Irreverent Warriors is a suicide prevention, mental health awareness organization for veterans, 501c3, the whole
Okay.
nine. And they provide these events to bring together veterans and give them a safe space to be themselves again.
Oh, okay.
Well, with that comes like the actual event. Well, the event is a hike that usually goes on a Saturday, and it's usually a 22-kilometer hike.
Okay. Why 22 kilometers? Is there?
So
Is there a
the
reason that
20,
number?
22 is a significant number in the veteran community because it represents the amount of veterans that have committed suicide every day since. It's
I'm
been
not
quite
sure
a
when
while.
that started,
I don't remember
but
exactly
it's,
when that started, but
I think the statistic is actually since the beginning of the war on terrorism.
yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's changed too. I've read higher
Remove that,
numbers,
just
but
in case so you don't like.
when a lot of these movements started, that was the information that was out at the time, and so that's kind
that's-
of the number that they've
Okay.
used to represent it. But I've read sources that say that it's actually higher.
Yeah,
Which
you're nor
is-
there on the actual number for
Right.
day to day, though. It's the representation that matters.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
that,
Absolutely. It's
um,
still a lot. 22 is a lot.
right, that's too many. So
Yes.
the reason we represent that inside of the hikes and go the distances that we go during those hikes is to kind of hat tip as a nod of respect to those veterans that have unfortunately chosen to end their own lives.
Okay.
Well, my wife invited Mark to a hike in Fort Worth 3 years ago now.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually just went to our 3rd-year hike-iversary.
Yeah.
all right. All right.
Um,
How was that?
It was
It was
a
great.
really good hike. It's been different every year because of the evolution of who we are over the
Sure.
years. So
Okay.
each year we see
And who's running the hike? The hike itself,
that as
the
well.
route and stuff changes slightly throughout the years, and so that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the actual type of people that we are now going to these hikes is
Oh, sure.
different as well.
You've
So
matured a little
we've
bit.
matured, but we're seeing the same places or very similar locations when we go to these hikes.
Okay.
They're usually destination spots, Fort Worth, Galveston,
Oh, sure.
San Antonio, to give you a reason to go to these hikes.
Mhm.
There's actually 13 hikes in Texas, which is the most in the country because it started in San Diego, but then quickly grew.
Because that's where the Marine Corps is based out of, right?
They
Or
have
a
a-
lot of time, a lot of it.
About half of the Marine Corps is from Texas.
Yeah.
There's no actual,
Really?
there's no actual Marine Corps
recruiting-wise,
base.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no Marine Corps base in Texas, I don't believe. There might be some reserve
There's like
stations,
joint
and
naval
joint
stations
naval
and
stations.
stuff, but yeah.
Like naval air stations and stuff like that. But there's no 29 Palms, Camp Pendleton, Cherry
Yeah.
Point, that kind of thing in the state of Texas. But half of the Marine Corps, or so we're told, is from the state of Texas.
Okay.
Which is kind of an interesting. I guess we like to shoot things and blow things up.
No, not here in Texas.
Just a little bit.
That's why we'll be safe here forever.
Yeah.
We'll kill ourselves before we'll let someone else kill us.
Hey,
Okay.
But yeah, we met when my wife invited him to the hike, and we quickly became, well, it's a veteran only inside of the hike element.
Okay.
So you cannot be a civilian. My wife is a civilian.
Okay.
So
Get out of here.
right, it was her friend that she invited. So like, come here, baby bird.
Yeah.
It was a little awkward at first.
It was a little awkward to start.
I hadn't even talked to her in forever, pretty much since high school, and she just is a very caring and like empathetic person, and had seen that I was struggling a lot, because at the time I was dealing with alcoholism and PTSD, or not dealing with it, I guess would be more accurate.
Okay.
And I had been in college for business, and then when COVID hit, like a lot of people, I wound up relapsing and just went down a dark rabbit hole pretty quickly. And thankfully, Brian's wife and, well, his whole family really, and Irreverent Warriors was there to kind of help me pull out of that nosedive. And
yeah, all right.
It's very important to us. Like, our business wouldn't exist without Irreverent Warriors, and I don't know that I'd still be here if it wasn't for Irreverent Warriors. So,
well, that's a ringing endorsement for what they do.
It works. Like,
yeah.
If as an outsider looking in, it probably just looks like madness. It's a bunch of like drunk people making inappropriate jokes in
wearing
booty
way
shorts.
too short shorts.
Okay, all right.
But like, it works, you know, and so
it definitely forms bonds inside of the organization. And we've kind of
companies.
So you guys met. So you guys met at Irreverent Warriors. Is where you met. Okay.
Yes.
And
then found out you're both here from the local area. Then.
Well, we
kind of.
At the time, I was living in DFW.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons that they invited me to it, because it was right down the street, and so it was an easy, like, hey man, it's like 15 minutes from your house.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But the more Brian and I got to talk, the more we realized, well, we have like an eerie amount of stuff in common.
Still, it's ridiculous how much we have in common.
We just like hit it off immediately, pretty much, and
here we are talking. You guys have a business together.
Yeah.
And you're good buds, more importantly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very so.
Well, thank you for that little bit of background. Let's get back to sipping this bourbon. I wanted to make a little bit, like you said, we had talked off camera, but we here at the podcast, we're all about small business and we're all about helping if we can. So we do play horses here for charity. And what charity are you playing for today, you guys?
For Irreverent Warriors.
Irreverent Warriors.
I always play for, at least for a while here, the Children's Advocacy Center of Central Texas for abused children. So we do a $50 minimum, and then whatever's in the pot. Rex here is going to keep us on task. If we do not roll the dice in a timely manner, there will be a penalty, and that's a good thing for charity. But anyhow, I had told you how to do it. Anyway, we break the legs of the first 4 horses. I give you 6 cards. So I'll do that. But I wanted to ask you, well then, how did you meet your significant other then, Brian?
So me and my wife Amber, her maiden name is Payne, met back in high school, but we were never anything more than friends until after I got out of the Marines, and by chance ran into her at an Easter keg hunt.
That's a thing, huh?
Yeah, it was like a scavenger hunt for Easter for Barnett's pub in Waco. And they did all these Easter themed scavenger things around town, and you basically formed a team and ran to these different stations.
Okay.
And she was at the pub, like working one of the stations, and I ran into her that way. And then we became friends again, and then the rest is history from there.
You have any kids?
Yes, sir. We have 1 kid together, and then we're a blended family.
All right.
She brought a 9-year-old boy, Judge. I brought a 9 and an 8-year-old. My 9-year-old is named Sailor, and my 8-year-old is named Archer. And then we have together Violet.
All right. Cool. Well, you got a household there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Keeps you guys busy.
Yes, sir.
I bet. Mark, you said you're off the market because you're not on the market. Something.
What?
I don't know. I've had some tequila here already.
Take another shot.
I don't know what
there,
that.
JT.
You're currently not with anyone, I guess, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
I do have a daughter though. She's
Outstanding.
4 years old. Her name's Maisie, and she really was kind of like the push I needed to get my life together. After the Corps, I struggled a lot, like a lot of people do. When you get out, it's rough transitioning, and so that's one of the reasons that we try to be as open about like our past and the things that we've struggled with, is because there's a lot of like awareness within the veteran community of like the things that people struggle with, but there's not a lot of examples of people who have kind of gotten past that, and like there's not a lot of examples of hope, and I think that that's a mistake.
So it's another calling for you guys.
Yeah, I hope that, you know, people see that like you don't get stuck in that forever, you know. So,
Doc up there.
Yeah, we had some behind the scenes
Yeah.
talking. All right,
but yeah,
well, no,
so
I'm glad that. So your daughter.
my
keeps
daughter
you
was
up.
kind of the catalyst for
Yeah.
all of that change in my life.
Good use of
Why.
the word there.
Yeah, she was my
There we
why.
go.
Hey,
Heyo! That's a
vocab.
good use of that word there. We like big words, smart words here on the podcast. So, well, that's good. Well, thank you guys for sharing.